live on YouTube. Go. Get this going. Hey, to those of you just jumping in on YouTube, my name's Steve. I'm one of the instructors here at the Insurance Exam Queen on Melissa's team. Super happy you're jumping on today. Let me know what state you're studying in, which exam you're studying for in the comments, and I'd be happy to help you. Same with those of you on Facebook. Jump on and in the comments, let me know what state you're studying in, which exam you're studying for. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Hi, Kat. Georgia PNC. That's awesome, Kat. Kat, do you have any questions? Hi, Olivia. The only silly question is the one that you don't ask. So please don't be shy. We've heard all sorts of questions before, big and small. The one that you don't ask is the silly question. So, Kat, you asked me if I could speak on property dwelling. So remember, like, one of the big things with a dwelling policy is that the homeowner can live in a house that has the dwelling policy, but they don't have to. That's more where you're going to have like tenants or temporary living where you're not there all the time. But with a homeowner's policy, the owner must live there. Those are two of the biggest stipulations. Dwelling, the owner can live there. The homeowner's policy, the owner must live there. So that watch out for that. We do have some really great videos, especially inside of our gold package, where Melissa breaks this down in significant detail. There are a few videos on YouTube for this. So just search like Insurance Exam Queen, homeowners versus dwelling. What we really suggest with this, it's best to make a chart with the homeowners and dwelling and have different color inks. That way you can, write the things that match up on the two in the same color ink, the things that are different in different inks, make columns for each kind of property. That's really what will help you visualize and separate it out in your brain on the best between the two. So that's something I highly recommend you look into. Hi, Ida. Florida 240. Awesome. There you go. You're actually using gold right now, Kat. That's amazing. That's amazing. Gold, for those of you that don't know and haven't signed up for it yet, is the best way to, it's 30 plus hours of video, whether you're doing the life and health or the PNC side. and it breaks all the topics down into the most tested topics on what to focus on in the easiest ways to remember. So you said you're using, definitely use a chart for visualization. Yeah, go back and rewatch that homeowners and dwelling section when you get to that on the gold package, and definitely make a chart. And like I said, it helps to have different color inks. One of my favorite pens. I've been in love with this pen since high school. Since my high school chemistry teacher made me get this pen, made us get this pen in his class. But it's a pen that Bic puts out, and it has multicolors on it. So this is what they look like. You can actually get a pack right now. I just recently looked up the price. Walmart has, here's for YouTube or Facebook. Walmart has a deal right now. You get, I think it's 3 of them for about $7, and they're all different colors. So it's not just a 3-pack of this pen. It's this one plus 2 others with all different colors. And it's almost $8. All right, for those of you just jumping on to getting my screens mixed up on Facebook, my name's Steve. I'm one of the instructors here on Melissa's team. Go ahead and put your comments or your questions down into the chat, into the comments, and I'd be happy to help you. Yeah, it's old school, but it works. I love this pen. It really helps to write notes, make flashcards that jump out. It just makes everything pop. Got nice big number watching on YouTube. So don't be shy. Kat's, a couple people told us what test they're studying for. That's awesome. Kat's has the gold package and ask a nice question about property and dwelling. So don't be shy. Let us know your questions. The only silly question is the one that you don't ask. Sure, Tasha. You can ask life and health questions, P&C questions, just general, general questions. That's what we're here for. Will Sandy on Facebook said, will this help on the life insurance, life and health exam? Same. That's the same thing that Tasha just asked on YouTube. Yeah, I can answer a life and health question for you. This is for all questions. So if you have a question on which package you think is best for you, we can do that. If you missed the pass by a few points and need some pointers, we can do that. If you're about to take your test and want some confidence boosting, we can do that. You name it. That's what we're here for. Hang on just one second. I apologize. Kiddos are home from school for Christmas break. What's up, buddy? I'm on the phone. When Daddy's done working, we can get you some more food. Daddy tried to get you breakfast, and you said you wanted your cakes. That Chippy already fed you, right?
Daddy.
What?
Make it fall on me.
He didn't fall on you.
Yeah.
All right. Like I said, I'm sorry about that. Kiddos are home from school. All right. Thanks, Cat. We'll do that. Life insurance. About to take your test in an hour. Okay, Tasha. About to take your test in an hour. So, Tasha, what we want you to do is to trust yourself. Trust that you put in enough work already. Don't try to cram too much last minute content in and keep worrying. That's just going to increase your stress level and make it harder for you to get your pass. Trust yourself. Trust you're smart. That your pass is going to happen. That you've done enough studying. To kind of go into the riders, though, keep in mind there's the accidental death rider. There is the which with some companies says if you die from an accident, it will increase the death benefit, sometimes double. There is the critical illness rider, saying that if you get sick and you're critically ill and you've diagnosed with a critical illness that's going to kill you very quickly, you can access that death benefit before you die, so you can handle arrangements and final expenses while you're still alive, or medical payments, or whatever you need that money for. You can access it early. There's the payer clause, saying that if you have a policy on a minor and you're the one that pays that bill and you become unable to make those payments, their premiums would be covered until the age of 18. So there's all kinds of different things. The thing with riders remember, riders and endorsements typically cost more money.
Daddy.
Yes.
May I have a piece of candy?
Yes, you could have a piece of candy. All right, let's get back over to here. What is this?
Daddy. No rest.
Will this help?
No more candy.
Yes, Sandy, I'm not teaching right now any specific thing. This is just asking questions and getting an idea of where to send you to get your answers. I can quickly cover things to get you your questions, but it's not life, health, or PNC specific at this time. So, Savannah, you're asking what sections do we see most on the Missouri PNC? What you'll want to do is find your Missouri State Exam content outline. You do that by searching whatever state you're in, the test you're going to take, insurance exam content outline. So, Missouri Property and Casualty. Guys, you're killing me. Missouri Property and Casualty Insurance Exam Content Outline is what you'll want to Google. It's going to be one of the first couple responses that come up. And your Missouri may be one of the states that puts them all together on the one document. Some of the states split it up. So just make sure when you open up the document and you find that it's the right one, scroll through to find the heading that says, Missouri PNC or property and casualty. It breaks it down by section. it's put out by your testing provider. It says the amount of weight each of those sections hold, whether it be percentage or the number of questions specifically that they ask. But that's the way to do it. And then you know exactly what's tested in each of those sections. You have a question. So you took the Kaplan course before, Margie. Took the Kaplan course before you knew about Insurance Exam Queen and wonder if you should purchase any course, or do you think the free videos will be enough? You're studying for New Mexico PNC. So, Margie, that's up to you. So I was kind of in the same boat with my PNC. The broker that I was working for at the time paid for a pre-licensing course for me, and I didn't have any extra money to buy a course, so I used everything that was in that course and then supplemented some of the free YouTube stuff, and I ended up passing my PNC on the first try. Now, when I went for my life and health, I definitely knew about the Insurance Exam Queen. So I said, well, this time I'm definitely doing the gold. And I did the Excel gold package where you can get a discount on your Excel course, and we enroll you in gold for free. So I did that for my life and health. And that study time was worlds different. I wish I would have done gold for PNC, with just how helpful and how much more confident I was going in to my life and health, having done the gold. So yes, you can get there without doing gold or doing on one of our packages, but you will feel so much better about yourself and so much more confident if you invest in yourself and go with gold. The amount of extra content and more detail that you'll get from our gold videos versus the YouTube videos is pretty significant. Melissa loves to say, she can teach homeowners in 30 minutes, or she can take over 2.5 hours to teach homeowners and really break things down into different concepts for you so you better understand. So that's going to be the big difference. How much support you feel you need. And we go anywhere from, just the bronze package, which is kind of like a polishing of all of our free resources everywhere, put into one nice place for you with a little bit extra content on top of that. There's the silver package, which includes bronze, but silver is where you start to see a lot of silver specific videos and content. But then silver and bronze are really just to polish you for someone that kind of has an understanding. They may have tested already, but missed by a few points. You just need that boost of confidence. Silver and bronze will do that for you. Now, if you're missing by a significant amount or haven't even tested yet, really where you should be starting is gold. That's the most tested topics. It's roughly 30 plus hours of video, whether you do PNC or life and health. And that's the most tested topics, the most tested way, in the easiest ways to remember. If you need more than that, we do have state-specific study guides and extra quizzes and exams. If you go Gold Plus, you get that core gold video package, but then you get the state study guide and the quiz and exam package. Going on top of that is Gold Plus Live. That's where you get all of the Gold Plus with the addition to enter into Insurance Exam Queen live classes and exams, or live classes and quiz nights. If you want all of that, but want to be able to text Melissa and I in a study group and ask questions at any time, that's when you'd want to go platinum. So any package you go up to has everything from the package before it, but each higher package gives a little bit more and more resource and benefits. Taking personal lines exam out of South Carolina this Wednesday. Do you know what to focus on in terms of what they test on most? So, James, I explained this earlier. I don't know if you were on already. Look up your state exam content outline. So you're going to search South Carolina. Which one do you say? Personal lines. South Carolina personal lines insurance exam content outline. South Carolina personal lines insurance exam content outline. It's going to type that into Google. It's going to be one of the first responses that come up. You'll be able to find the exact breakdown of what they ask on and how many questions in each section, or at least what percent, and to be able to go from there. So, you're welcome, Margie. Sandy, can you explain the best way to read exam questions? They are so confusing. Missed by 10 points in all areas, not just one. Okay. So the best way to handle the test questions is to read the question, take a breath, and then read the question again, and then look at your 4 answers. So anyone who's not taken the test yet, it doesn't matter what state you're in, whether you're in any of the 50 states or DC. It doesn't matter if you're taking life and health, PNC, adjusters. The test is multiple choice only. So there'll be a question and then 4 possible answers, A, B, C, or D. One of those answers is the correct answer. So for every question, the correct answer is right in front of you. You just have to be able to figure out which one of those 4 is the correct answer. So we suggest you read the question, take a breath, and then read the question again, and then look all 4 answers. Don't just select answer A because it jumps out at you and you're like, oh, that's right. There could be a more correct answer. So we want you to watch for that. Also, excuse me, pay very close attention to questions that contain the words all but, never, always, except. Those very defining words that pinpoint an exact thing or constrict or open up an answer or a question. Watch out for. There's also times there could be like a double negative in the question, so watch out for those. So an example would be none of these are covered perils on, or all of these are covered perils on a homeowner's except. But then you might see it as none of these are covered perils on a homeowner's except. So because of that none, that very much changes what that except is looking for. So when you see except, it's kind of like, think of that as a true and false. So you need to figure out what they're looking for, the true answer or the false answer. But when you see except, that means 3 of them are going to be incorrect, just like any other time with multiple choice. But think of it as true and false. So say, okay, 3 of these are going to be false. 1 is going to be true. Which one are they looking for? Or 3 of these are going to be true. 1 is going to be false. Look at it like that when you see an except question. Yes. So Margie, we also have an adjusters course as well. So adjusters doesn't have all the levels that PNC have as far as like silver, bronze, or bronze, silver, gold, gold plus live, and platinum. The adjusters course is either gold adjusters or platinum adjusters. It's one or the other with adjusters. Adjusters is basically going to be PNC with some adjusters content. So we have an additional instructor on our team named Mary Harris. She handles all of the adjusters' content specifically. Where Melissa, Peter, and myself handle the PNC and life and health side, Mary comes in to help us with the adjusters' content. Mary's also the ultimate study buddy. Or Angela is our Angela is our adjusters person, not Mary Harris. Mary Harris is the insurance sales queen. Angela is our ultimate study buddy. She's someone you can book to tutor with, or she's also the instructor on the adjuster side. So that is who would do the adjuster's side of the PNC adjuster course. Haley, failed your Texas exam by 1 point. Any tips, tricks, wording was off? Okay, Haley, take a breath, let out a cry, let out a scream, whatever you need to do to let those emotions go. And say 1 point. Don't look at that as a negative. I mean, we have people that miss by 17 points and regroup, and then they end up scoring an additional 25 or 30 points the next time they take it. 1 point is nothing. You got this, girl. Look at it as the first time. You are exactly where you need to be right now. And maybe passing that first time just it wasn't, in your story. So this next time you're going to get that extra point and more and pass and have a wonderful career in insurance. So let whatever it is that you think was holding you back go, and it's gone now. That first attempt is over. Now you know the wording of the questions. Now you got those initial butterflies out, and you're going to kill it this next time. I have faith in you. Margie, so do you need to take each separately or one or both? So, Margie, if you want to do the adjusters course, you just book our adjusters course, and it contains all the PNC content and the adjusters content you need. They're not separate. Life and health is separate from PNC. Adjusters has all the PNC content you need for the PNC side of the adjusters. But if you don't need the adjuster side, just do PNC. And if you are looking for life and health, do life and health. But they're all three separate. But you don't need to do PNC and adjusters to do the adjusters side. Even though adjusters is very PNC heavy, we include the necessary PNC content on the adjusters course for the adjusters. Wesley, so you need some confidence boosting. What I want you to do is on YouTube, let's see, let me pull it up here for Facebook as well, or on YouTube. Here we go.
Daddy.
Yes.
I want my pizza candy.
Yes. There's the about to study video. So on Facebook, I already have these pinned to the top of the comments. But on YouTube, I just put them into the comments. It's the about to study video and the pump to pass video. These are two videos that we have on our YouTube library. They're also included in the mindset playlist within each of our paid courses. So the about to study video, we recommend you watch every single time you go to study. Every single time. It will help push out the distraction from the outside world and help you focus on what you need to do to retain the information you're about to take in for your study session. Make that study time so much more valuable. And then the pump to pass video, we recommend you watch the morning of your exam. So You'll want to go in, watch this as you're eating your Wheaties for brain fuel for the day, and it'll really help boost your confidence. It's Melissa telling you how much studying you put in, how wonderful of a career your insurance career is going to be, and you've done the work and your pass is coming. You are smart. You got this. This test doesn't have anything on you. So, James, I see you just said that you took the Texas General Lines PNC and missed. You got a 64. Awesome. You got a 64. You just need a 70 to pass. So just a few more points and you will have your pass. What I recommend is looking at your score sheet, going back, and I believe, let me see, Texas is one of the fun states that actually gives you a number. Done a handful of score sheet reviews in Platinum for people in Texas. Score sheet. No, Texas does not. Okay, so Texas just gives you a number count of questions. But on your Texas score sheet, you'll see a bar graph. And however full that bar is how well you did on that section. So the fuller the bar, the longer the bar is, the more questions you got correct on that section. So you'll want to look at the sections where that bar is the shortest, meaning you left the most available points on the table.
Oh my God, my carrot.
You dropped it? Okay, get a new piece. Then I want you to finish your French toast sticks.
Okay. And maybe.
So go back and study those areas, James, where the bar isn't as full, because those are where you miss the most amount of points. So another thing we want you to do, and I it's not quite coming up, but I want you to all realize is that when you are taking the test, whether you take it remotely or you take it at a testing center, they will allow you to mark a question so you can easily jump back to it at the end. Now, with doing this, a lot of people think that they need to go back and change answers at the end. Don't go back and change your answers. Trust yourself. Trust that gut answer was the correct answer. We've heard so many scary stories, so many sad stories on people that get to the end of the test, anxiety sets in, and they start changing answers. Well, the problem with that then is that they changed an answer because anxiety set in, missed their pass by a few points, sometimes even 1 point, and go out to their car, and it's bugging them. So they look it up and realize they originally had the correct answer, and had they not changed an answer and trusted their gut, they would have had a pass that time. So trust yourself. Don't go back and change answers. The only time we allow you to change an answer is if during the exam you find a question that gives away the answer to one you've already answered, and now you know you've got it wrong. Heck yeah, go back and change it. But unless it's that, if it's just this weird gut feeling that you got it wrong, don't change your answer. Trust yourself. Okay. Let's see. Haley, state laws killed you on yours. The only one that hurt your score. Haley, we do have, if you have the Gold Plus Live or Platinum, you do get included into our, or you do get access to our state exam content, or our state-specific study guide, which would include all your state laws and the things that are very specific for your state. You also can just purchase that directly by doing the by going into our study guide shop on the website. But I really recommend, if you're going to do that, if you want gold, and you want the study guide, do the Gold Plus at least, because then, it's basically the same cost. So then you're saving yourself by getting the quiz and exam package too. So, Haley, once you get through, I think you said you were South Carolina, right? Haley, Texas. Oh, you're Texas. So, Haley, you don't need Kaplan. Kaplan is one of the state-approved pre-licensing courses. With Texas, you don't need a state-approved course, so you don't need to use that and us as supplementary. At this point, I would definitely suggest just using our content. Maybe even consider investing in the gold package in yourself, as even the Gold Plus if you want that state exam study guide. But that is really where you'll get the most, and because it's that most tested topics. Kaplan's going to try to teach you everything about insurance that you'll need for the job, but the test only asks about so much. So that's where you'll want to go. The state approved courses, they just try to teach you everything, and that's way too much. You'll get overloaded, and that's what helps increase that anxiety, really, because you just wonder what all content you actually need. So pair our content with that state exam content outline that I told you all how to find, and you'll be in a much more confident spot. Watch that about to study video. Watch that pump to pass video. Any other questions out there? For those of you that are just jumping on to other YouTube or Facebook, My name's Steve. I'm one of the instructors here on Melissa's team at the Insurance Exam Queen. Super happy to help you. Jump in and handle it. P&C questions, life and health questions, study package questions, you name it, we're here to help. The only silly questions are the ones that you don't ask. So please ask away. Jordan, for life and health in the state of Texas, what do you recommend focusing on learning for your exam? So Jordan, what you'll want to do is find your state exams content outline. So how you find that is you search, you are in life and health Texas. So Texas life and health insurance exam content outline. Texas life and health insurance exam content outline. It's going to be one of the first couple links that come up. Some states put all their outlines together on one giant document. So then you'll have to look at the little headings and find the life and health for Texas. Other states will just put you into one specific PDF that's that outline that you actually Googled. Either way, it's just better to Google it the way I told you. The state you're in, the exam-specific insurance exam content outline, and that breaks it down by section on even percentage, sometimes the number of questions that they ask per section, and all of the subtopics in each of those sections. That way you can go through with a fine pick comb and check everything you know and make sure each of those things you're comfortable with and the weight of each of those sections. So does Bronze have some different videos than what's on YouTube? Pretty much Bronze, Ashley, is a way to get all of our free resources in one spot. Instead of having to go here, 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 and here, Bronze is kind of sum up. There are a little bit of specific things to Bronze, but Bronze is basically putting everything together for you in one spot and helping you polish up that way instead of sending you everywhere. Silver is where you'll start to see more specific content that's separate from YouTube. But it's still not completely separate. Where everything is very specific, the most detailed way, in the longer videos, that's where gold starts. Gold is roughly upper 20s to into the 30s of video for life and health or P&C, depending on the one you're taking. And most test topics in the most broken down, detailed way. That's with gold. And remember, the gold plus then is all of that same gold package with the state study guide and exam quizzes and exams. And then gold plus live is all of that gold plus package with the ability to do live classes and game nights. Peter teaches right now. Melissa's teaching. I'm teaching classes weekly. So you can jump in on any of those game nights or classes. And then platinum is everything gold plus live has, with the ability to join into the texting group where Melissa and I are. Anytime you come up with a question, you text it into the group and we answer it as fast as we can for you, so that you have constant access to Melissa herself and me in a texting study group with platinum. You're welcome, Jordan. Any other questions out there? Still got some people watching on both. So happy to help you. Just let me know. The only silly questions are the ones that you don't ask. This doesn't include a breakdown of silver and bronze, but it does include a breakdown of the different gold packages and platinum. But I have that pinned to the top of the comments on Facebook. On YouTube, I just put it into the chat. So it's our gold versus platinum link. This will tell you the difference between our gold packages and the platinum on a chart. And then when you decide which one of those is best for you, you can click the link for PNC or Life and Health and purchase directly from there. Now, something really cool is whether you go as low as bronze or high as gold plus live, there's always room to upgrade. And by you can upgrade, there's a link inside of your course that'll let you choose any of the options that you have to upgrade to. So if you have bronze and you want to upgrade anywhere from silver up to platinum, there's a specific link for each of those. Now, if you're in gold plus live, the only place to go from there is to platinum. So you would only see one upgrade link to go to platinum. But how upgrading works is you take the cost of whatever course you want to upgrade to and subtract what you've already paid for your course, and you just pay the difference. And we upgrade you into that next tier. So you never have to have the fear of missing out. Like, say you think, gold plus is enough for you. That way you get all the gold videos, you get the state exam study guide for your state, and you get the quiz and exam package. But then after the fact, you're like, wow, I wish I would have invested a little bit more in myself to get those live classes. Or, whoa, this is too much for me. I need to be able to text Steve and Melissa at any time. You don't have to pay the full price for that next tier. You just subtract out the difference and pay that. So you never have to have the fear of missing out with an upgrade and having to buy a whole new package. You just pay the difference. Sam, taking PNC Life exam tomorrow in New Jersey, or I don't know why I thought tomorrow. In the next couple weeks, any advice, important topics to study using Exam FX. So, Exam FX is great. It's actually where Melissa got her start, teaching at Exam FX with Peter. What we suggest you do is look up your state exam content outline. So you're going to search New Jersey PNC. Oh, you're taking the PNC and the life insurance exams. Okay, so PNC, New Jersey PNC insurance exam content outline, and that'll pull up that outline. New Jersey Life and Health, or New Jersey Life exam, life insurance exam content outline. And you can pull up those content outlines, and it'll break it down exactly by section and number of question or percentage on how much each of those sections is tested on and what's included and tested on in each of those sections. So you'll be fully ready. Earlier in the comments on YouTube, I did share, and it's pinned to the top of the comments on Facebook, but I did share a link that says about to study and pump to pass. Watch that about to study video every single time you go to study. Watch the pump to pass video the morning of your exam to give you that last final boost of confidence you need. But you got this. Start manifesting that pass for yourself. It's not, I hope I pass. It's not if I pass or when I pass. It's I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass. Sam, and you definitely can do it. I know it seems like a lot taking the PNC and the life exam at the same time. I think it was 2 months ago now, something like that, month and a half, 2 months ago, we had somebody buy the gold PNC and the gold life and health. And they said they locked themselves in the room. They called off Friday, locked themselves in their room Friday through Monday, and did nothing but study. I don't recommend that. That's a lot. But he ended up taking the test. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday of that next week, and passed both his life and health and PNC, both combined exams, first time pass. So it's obtainable. You definitely can do it. And we have faith in you, Sam. Hi, Clyde. Studying for your PNC in California. What topics should you focus on more? So, Clyde, what you'll want to do for your PNC in California is pull up your state exam content outline. So, California PNC insurance exam content outline. It's going to be one of the first responses, one of the first handful of responses that come up on that Google search, but it'll break it down by section on how many questions or percentage they ask that section and what's included in each of those sections. So that's the best way to break down and find out exactly what they test on. And these exam outlines that I've been telling you how to find, it's not like a state secret. It's not something that somebody took the test and they went in and put this cheat sheet online. This is actually put out, these are put out by your testing provider. So this is them saying, this is exactly what's on our exam and how to find it. They're not going to give you specific questions, but they do put very specific broken down topics on a list to let you know exactly what's on their test. And I said this earlier in the hour, no matter what state you're in or DC, whether you're taking life and health or PNC, one of the most comforting things to remember is that they're all going to be multiple choice. There's not going to be a single essay. There's not going to be a single answer where they want you to write or type out an answer. They're all multiple choice. It's going to be a question with 4 possible answers, A, B, C, or D. That's it. So every answer is right in front of you for every question. You just have to have enough understanding of the content to be able to decipher which one of those is the correct answer. Now, you're welcome, Clyde. One of the things we definitely recommend is take your time, read each question, take a breath, and then read the question again. Look at all 4 possible answers. Don't just choose answer A because you think it's the best answer. Look at all 4 answers first, and then trust yourself with that answer. More than likely, your gut answer is the correct answer. The only time we allow you to go back and change answers is if, while you're taking the test, you find a question that gave away the answer to a previous question. Then most definitely go back and change it. But if it's just this weird gut feeling, trust yourself. More than likely, that answer is the correct answer. You're welcome, Sam. See, we had a couple other people. Looks like they just jumped in. My name's Steve. I'm one of the instructors here on Melissa's team at the Insurance Exam Queen. Let me know what state you're studying in, which exam you're studying for, and I'd be happy to help you. Everyone was asking some really great questions today. The biggest one we got asked today was, what's important for my state? So remember, the way you want to do that is to look up your state's state exam content outline. So search whatever state you're in, then the exam you're studying for, insurance exam content outline. That's definitely the way to go. Pair that information with one of our courses, and you will be very set and ready to get your pass. Remember, there's always a chance to upgrade with our courses. So even if you go gold to start and want to upgrade to platinum, you can do that. If you want to, if you've missed it just by a few points and feel you need some polishing and want to go silver, great. That silver should be enough to get you those couple points you need. But if after getting silver you think I should have went gold, you can always upgrade to gold just by paying the difference. So there's no harm in that. No, you don't need to be gun shy on signing up for the package because you're not sure which one you need. You can always upgrade. Watch our About to Study video before you study each time. It's free on YouTube or built into the Mindset playlist within your paid courses. There's also the Pump to Pass video. Again, free on YouTube. Also put into our Mindset playlist in our paid courses. But watch that Pump to Pass video the morning of your exam. And that will put you in a much more confident mindset. Any other questions out there? All right. Well, if we don't have any other questions, I am going to end this here. I want to wish everyone a happy holidays. Oh, I can add that here in 30 minutes of 1 o'clock Eastern, I'm going to be holding my how to make flashcards and other study skills class. So if you wanted to access to that, you would want to go on to our Gold versus Platinum or on our site. Here's the link here. And so this link here will get you to our site where you can see our different courses. Sign up for at least the Gold Plus Live or Platinum. That gets you access to our live classes like the one that I'm about to teach here in a half hour. So, and I also have PNC game days and PNC and life and health games that we're running tomorrow that you could have access to if you do the Gold Plus Live or Platinum. So if you jump on, get signed up for the Gold Live or Platinum here in the next 30 minutes, you will see a class calendar in your course. And you can jump on to the flashcard study skills class here in 30 minutes. All right. Well, since there's no other questions, like I said, everyone have a happy holidays, and we'll see you in the next one.